So I've been out here now for over a week, over here to help Sunil with his action. Obviously previously he's had a few challenges in terms of being beyond 15 degrees, which is according to the laws illegal. So the idea being is to come over here, work with him for a period of time and try and help him just slightly realign his action to make him more efficient, more effective, and keep him below the 15 degrees. We've been working very hard on a daily basis, so Sunil's been coming in twice a day, 2, 3, 4 hours a day, working on certain areas of the action. We've been pretty happy with the progress so far. It's been pretty slow progress, which is a really good thing. So when we're developing new movement patterns, when you're developing a new action, what we don't necessarily want is to happen straight away. That means it can go straight away. So it's like building a house for me. If you put the foundations in over a long period of time, it means they're there to stay for the future. And I think that's one of the biggest things my goal would be, was to make sure that we've worked hard over a long period of time. When his action is then one where he's happy with, stays there for 10, 15 years, and we don't come back this again. That's the plan. And so that might take some time to do that, and it will take some time. But it's being patient and making sure that everything we do is of the quality to make sure that, and he's happy as well. He's happy. So quite simply, when they do the testing in Loughborough or wherever it is around the world, there's an incredibly expensive and technical bit of equipment. The cameras are, £250,000 worth of cameras, and what they do, they identify dots on and around the body, so you got within a split degree of accuracy. And so the flex is measured from when the hand reaches level with the shoulder to when the ball's released, so you're looking at sort of that range there. And as I mentioned, the testing it's a very rigorous process, the testing. So yeah, that's simple really. Yeah, but the challenge is for us, for example, is we don't have that level of sophistication in our cameras here. So what we're trying to do when he's bowling is look at the pictures where we know previously he's been fine, and sort of compare and contrast how we think it's going. And that's been one of the ways to be able to measure some of the progress we've made. If you go back to when he was probably at his maximum flex previously, what we're producing now, nothing like that at all. It's very different, in fact. So we're definitely heading towards, from a visual perspective, and it's not always really clear because of the quality of the camera, in the testing, but we're heading towards an action that we know previously has been fine, the testing. So that's the sort of way we're gauging it here. Until we go and have the official ICC testing, there's no way of being 100% certain. But we're happy with the progress. Yeah. In terms of the way Sunil's reacting, disposition towards the work so far, I've been incredibly impressed by him. Clearly there's been a lot of challenges, throughout the last few months, maybe even years, and it can't be easy when someone's calling into question the way you go about your sport, the sport that you love, and you've also achieved incredible heights. So very resilient character, and has been really open to trying new things as well. One of the challenges sometimes when working with top players is they can be, this has got me so far in my career, so I don't want to change. And I know maybe he's had to do that because of achieving the laws of the game, but been really, really open to trying these new things, new methods. And we're not talking about wholesale radical change. We're talking, the way I keep describing it to him is making his action as efficient as possible, so the mechanics of the action are in effective time. And I think when we've looked to address those areas, that's definitely helped. But in terms of his attitude, you can't fault it at all. And we've been stopping and talking lots. We've been doing lots, and we've worked. I think we've been pretty lucky. We've worked well together, almost from ball one. Really, we hit it off nicely, and that definitely helps as well in terms of building that relationship. So we're both on the same path. We had a really good conversation at the weekend in terms of, let's review how we've been going so far. Let's go for the plan forward, and we're both on the same page there as well, which is important. Okay, so in terms of being ready for the World Cup, which obviously everyone wants to know at the moment, it's very difficult to put a timescale on it. What I would say is he's working, as I mentioned, incredibly hard on his work, on all his action, and he's giving it the best chance he can do. He wants to play for the West Indies, he wants to go to the World Cup, but I think it's important there's no pressure put on that, because this is about the next 10, 12 years, and it's getting his action ready, however long that takes. It might be one day, it might be 1 year, but he wants to play for the West Indies, and that's definitely his future.